Well, good morning. I have I'm on a bit of a walk. This is the bottom end of Northfleet. That's the old pub used to be over there, the Plough. This is the Thamesway Road, which was put in about 20 years ago. I've just dropped Poppy off, the camper, to her new owner, who's near Swanscombe, just up the road from me. And they said, could I drop it off, put it on their drive till they arranged insurance for it. So I said, yeah, no problem. So Poppy's gone to a new home, so we're down to just Jenny to the bus at the minute. I'll be looking for a little car soon because I had to get rid of Poppy. It was a bit of an awkward decision, but they're doing a new low emissions zone about 10 miles from here, which is where Mary Beth has to go to school. Where her nursery school is, where she works, and would have had to pay £12.50 a day from next August to drive in that zone, because even though she was a 2005, it was a diesel. Crazy, I know. So got to look for a little petrol car to get her to work and as a runabout. So just starting to have a look on eBay now, see what I can find. Found a Ford Focus so far, which might do. So yeah, just thought I'd take you on a bit of a walk. There's Kia Motors. Lots of car places around here. A bit noisy with the road. Yeah, end of this road, turn left, follow it up, and that's where my house is. This was all old cement works roads for Blue Circle Cement years ago. And they also developed it into a cut through, which is good. Anyway, once I get under this tunnel around the corner, I will get back to you. This old footpath here goes up to Swanscombe. Thinking about it, I could have actually walked down now. Didn't think about it. Oh well, maybe next time from about. But over here, with this area here, they've filled it all in now. They found some Roman baths with all mosaic floors back in the late 70s, early 80s. They've obviously filled it in so people didn't vandalise it, but I think it's a shame they didn't put like a glass thing over it so you could see it. But yeah, this was all the Roman settlement around here. You've got the River Fleet just up here. Anyway, I'm going to cross here now, and it's safe to do so. Carry on up that way. Also there, as the sign suggests, is the Eurostar, which goes all the way to France, which is at the end of my road. Out from the cars, this is a lovely little walk. There's a lot of nature up here. Yeah, this is full of wild rose bushes, hawthorns and brambles. There was a few, there's lots of rose hips, wild roses. There was a few apple trees along here, but I think they've died off with the cars and the pollution. And this here was Tarmac Limited Company Marine Rail Terminal up there. Used to be Lafarge Cement before it was Blue Circle. It's now going to be Harbour Village. Development of 1, 2, 3 and 4 bedroom homes. And the River Thames is literally just over there, and they'll be right on the edge of the river, so that'll be a beautiful area. Once it's developed and done, I'll do a video down there. So we've got some lovely, beautiful areas along here where they've developed all these rolled chalk pits all the way around, as far as the eye can see. Rolled chalk pits, and used to get something out the chalk to make the cement. I'm not sure what it was. Gypsum, I believe it is, something like that. If you look along here, got all these little grasses, some bulrushes. It's a beautiful area, even though it's a lot of traffic, a lot of lorries, but still a beautiful area. This is what was known locally as the APCM road. Right at the other end there used to be some gates. Right at that end there was no roundabout, it was a straight road. Down there used to be a dead end. And this was the road, because it was so quiet and it was a private road, was where everyone, when they were younger, used to be brought down by their dads or brothers, sisters, mums taught to drive because it was a quiet road. There's a part of the River Fleet down there. It goes under the road that way into the Blue Lake, and then it cuts off this way over here. There's the rail link, the other rail link, which goes across. I think one line goes to London and one line goes down to the coast and Ashford, and then France. You could be in France in, I think it's an hour and 40 minutes from here, which is really quick. So in France there's an old Citroen. Look. Wow, that guy lives up Swanscombe. He's got about 5 or 6 of them. Leaves coming down, look, autumn. Beautiful. There's the River Fleet just through there. Oh, I'm stepping in mud. Rather wet there. Yeah. Getting covered, it's like clayey mud. Do not want to be stepping in that. And a big dog through there as well. Yeah, as we come back this side of the tunnel, it follows off round there, then it goes under the road and it follows off that way. And here's the pond that about 2 years ago I put the duck in, that I found and brought back to life. Now this little pond comes through this side of the road, goes into the Blue Lake. It's like a little pond area here. There's a traffic cone down there, so it's not quite as deep as a traffic cone. That goes under the road that way, and then it goes up to the River Fleet. But yeah, I have seen in here a massive carp before. Just seen a moorhen over there. But yeah, we've got a big rail in here that was, I believe, over there, and a car or a lorry or something's hit it, and they've dumped deer. I think they'd take it with them after they repaired it and replaced it, wouldn't you? But oh well. Nice bit of sharpness there to catch your face on as you walk past. There's a guy over there strewing back. So I do try to keep it half tidy. But it's full of wildlife here. There's lots of birds. There used to be rabbits just over the other side. I expect they're still there somewhere. But yeah, it's a beautiful little walk. Shame for the lorries, but oh well, can't have it all, I suppose. Yeah, that's a wetland in there as well. Look. There's all moorhens and things in there. Just walking up here, I will take you up to Sawyer's Lake. I think I've showed it you once before in one of my videos, but Sawyer's Lake, or locally known as the Blue Lake. There's also a footpath up there, which they've cleared. Used to be well overgrown. Takes you up round past the lake towards Northfleet the other way. I shall take you this way. Sawyer's Lake, or the Blue Lake as it is known locally, they hit a natural spring when they were digging out the chalk to try and get the, I think it's gypsum they get from the chalk, to get the stuff out to make the cement. I think it was back in 1950s, something like that, 1950s I believe. Might have been earlier, I'm not 100% on the dates and the times with the history of it, and perhaps I need to do my own work a bit better. But yeah, it's just in there, and I'll show you that in a minute. And it flooded, and they left all the machines and the equipment behind, and there's a massive crane in there that you can sort of see the top of at some points. There is a pump which is pumping day and night, otherwise it would overflow, flood everything. But the silly thing about it is they pump it straight into the Thames, and it's fresh water. And my argument's always been, why don't they pump it to the fresh water works? Just over here we have got sewage works. It wouldn't take much, would it, to put it into the actual fresh water? And I suppose it'd purify a lot easier and quicker than it would if they were dumping it into the Thames. But I suppose the quickest route is straight to the Thames with a big pipe, isn't it? Because the Thames is literally over there. We're just coming up to the bridge now where you can see the Blue Lake. It's an area where kids used to go swimming years ago. Quite a few of them drowned because the edge of the lake goes down, but then it shelves in like that. and they were diving in, and apparently the pressure of the water pushed them against the edge of the lake, and that's how they could swim back up. There it is. It is massive. Full of fish. Private fishing now, you have to have a special licence to fish it. Yeah. There is the Blue Lake. Can't see the crane today, you can only see it. Houses over yonder, over that way. Yeah, there's the Blue Lake. More homes there, Cable Wharf, that's down by the other end of the Thames. And there is the sewage works. Lots of aerial masts. That's the gate to get in for fishing. They give you a key once you've paid your dues. As you can see now, the trees are all changing colour. Looking beautiful. Round. Saturday week, we are off to the New Forest just for the day. So it's only about an hour and a half away from us on a good day. We're going to spend the day in the New Forest at a place called Burley. So yeah, just before Halloween we are going to the haunted village of Burley, which is steeped in myth, legend and witchcraft. So we are going to go down and have a look and spend the day down there. Look at all the changing colours. And it's also pannage at the moment. The thing they call pannage, which is the commoners, the people that belong to the New Forest, are allowed to let their animals roam all year round. And pannage is where they let the pigs out to eat all the beech masts, so the horses don't eat it when it drops and make them ill in covenants. So they let the pigs out, and the pigs eat and gobble them all up, and it doesn't affect them. So yeah, just nearly at the end of the road now, nearly home. And there is the bus route. You can go all the way from Dartford, all the way to Gravesend and around. Public transport here is brilliant. We've got getting places, lots of bus stops, and obviously we've got the rail link at the end of the road which I showed you, which is Ebbsfleet, which you can go into London. It takes 15 minutes to get to Stratford, or you can go to France. I think Paris is an hour and 40 minutes away, so you won't get across the road without getting killed. Right where I'm walking across here now is where the gates used to be for the APCM road, but they were never shut. They were just sort of open. But this used to be the road where we all used to learn to drive. So we've got the police station at the back, that's why there's lots of police cars. Up and down. It does make you feel safe though when you see police cars up and down. But then again, look, and I look at that big bus and I think, wow, what a camper that would make. Look at that, amazing. God, stop looking. Yeah, here we are. Around the corner, we are home. Literally home. It's an industrial estate opposite where I've got all my wooden bits and pieces. That used to all be allotments. We had an allotment there years ago, and that is an old, it's the monk's house. It was a monastery in there years ago. There's been a few sightings of the mad monk, as they call him. I saw it years ago looking through the window. I thought it was somebody putting their hands up like over their face to look in, but it wasn't. It was the monk with his habit. Somebody else saw it at the edge of his bed over here as well. A local guy back in the 60s apparently stands at the edge of his bed. And it was known as the Mad Monk of Northfleet. And there is the building over there where he used to reside. Well, I'm home. I've got to go around the back though because I didn't bring the other keys. There's Jenny, there's home. I'm out with the Halloween there, the old fireman. cherry trees over there. I haven't had many cherries this year though. Crow's nest up there. Robin's old place where Pash lives now. And then as we go around the back, yeah, there it is. See there where Rodenstock and that is. That's where the allotments used to be. In about 1983, they took them off everyone and made them into industrial units. Around the corner here, graveyard. At the end you've got the council yard, and over there you've got the Royal Naval Club. This used to be the way to the local tip years ago. Used to go right down to the end, over like a cattle grid thing, then up a hill. Everything used to be dumped. They've made that into sort of a park now, walking dogs and whatnot. And there was more allotments over there. And that is now the local traveller site, which they took all our allotments away. And here is my back alleyway. Wherever you've been, it's always nice when you get home, isn't it? Quite fresh out today. I reckon it was going to be 16 degrees, but I don't think it is. I think it's a lot chillier than that. So when I get in, I'm going to light the fire, get it nice and warm and toasty. Yeah, I've got... This is the council yard now at the back. It used to all be buildings along here. They got so old they took them down, but apparently they reckon they're rebuilding. I wish they would, because this fence looks like you're in a prison. But yeah, I did score a load of logs. Got to get them split. And I've got the rest of my wood over there for cutting. Let's go in. Some little birds in the aviary that are going in, nicking the food at the moment, which is a pain because they've got a bird table. Pond's still going well and clear. We've got 2 fish, need to get some more. And there's the ducks, there's the muscovies. Be a good boy. It's quite aggressive, that one. And up here we have a new addition to the family that I haven't shown anyone yet on YouTube. And that is Teddy, the Pomeranian. Hello Teddy, say hello Teddy. Hello Teddy. Yes. There is Teddy. And there's Boo. Say hello Boo. Right, I'm off. Like, subscribe and all that stuff. Just I've got to do a little walk for you. And I will catch you all soon. Speak to you soon. Bye.